Hi, my name is Sean Boshoff. Welcome to Little Jerusalem. Whoa! Woohoo! Woo! Wow! Woo! Yeshua! Wow! Today you join me on one of the most famous mountaintops in the world, Massada. A mountaintop where the Jews had once lost all hope with their backs against the wall as hundreds of Roman armies surrounded some of the last of the Jewish nation. In the end, the entire Jewish city decided to take their own lives in the name of freedom, before they as Jews were once again destroyed as prisoners. Massada is on the southwest shore of the Dead Sea and 1,300 feet above the Dead Sea. The name Massada means fortress or stronghold and is totally cut off from every direction. History tells us that it was first fortified by the high priest Jonathan about 100 years before Jesus, where the main work on the summit was carried out by the paranoid King Herod the Great from 40 BC to where King Herod left for Rome 44 years later. In this era, Jesus resurrected from his crucifixion and ascended up to heaven, where 70 years later the second temple was destroyed by the Roman armies standing against the Jewish revolt and tried to wipe out the Jews, where they were scattered to the ends of the earth, just like scripture said would happen. But a small remnant, known as the Jewish Zealots, 967 men, women, and children to be exact, fled here to Massada, where most of King Herod's food, weapons, storehouses, and housing remained for them to live in, where a synagogue, a school, and ritual baths and much more were still added by the Jews. So after the Romans destroyed Jerusalem and the Second Temple, they found out that the last Jewish community was hiding out here, where they brought their armies here and surrounded Massada. But strangely enough, it took 8 massive Roman army camps with 12 Roman towers, a total of 3 years. Now that's a long time. To build a ramp 600 feet long to break into the fort of Massada. So the small community of Jewish zealots held out against the Roman army for 3 years, which alone was a miracle. Yay, Jews! But sadly enough, in the end, after 3 years, 960 of the Jewish community decided to rather put themselves to death than fall into enemy hands. 2 women and 5 children escaped with their lives because they hid in the water cisterns on top of the summit and lived to tell the story. Massada fell 73 years AD and marked the end of the Jewish independence and an amazing era, until 1948, 65 years ago. But with this hopeless story, where only a few surviving Jews were scattered to the ends of the earth, we see that no matter how much the enemy tried to steal, kill, and destroy the testimony of God and the Jewish people, the country of Israel today has over 7 million Jewish people that have returned to the Promised Land since 1948, where even in past years, new Jewish recruits would get sworn into the Israeli army here at Massada, taking an oath saying, "Never again shall Massada fall." So if God can change this situation of hopelessness, imagine what He can do in your life. Thank you for joining us today. Please keep on tuning in and check us out on www.littlejerusalem.org.